Hi, welcome to my home. Tonight, I thought I would just give you a tour of what people comment about when they come into my house. They always say my house is really comfortable, and I don't know if that's just another way of saying, it's homey, which is, that's kind of a compliment. Pippin's over here on my kitchen counter. Let me see if I can turn around so you can see him. Yeah, looking over my shoulder, stealing the straw out of my cup. So that's one of the things I deal with is Pippin. Anyway, welcome to my home. And I'm going to give you just a quick tour of my walls. People who know me know that I like to hang things up. And I'm sorry, I'm just watching Pippin behind me. Yeah, he got a straw. And I'm constantly looking for things that I think is cute to hang in collections on my wall. And I'm trying to do better as far as not hanging something on every inch of the wall. But if you had a picture and there was an addiction, I'm one of those people. So let me turn you around. I'm going to give Pippin a big old scratch. There's dishes in my sink. So we enter into my kitchen, and this is my little dining area. Let me flip it around. This is my dining area where I eat breakfast or sit and work on my computer sometime. But over here on this wall, I have a collection of bees stuff. I kind of really got into bees a couple of years ago, so I look for them when I go out to stores and see if there's something on sale. This one right here, a friend gave me, Miss Virginia. Virginia gave that bee to me right off of her wall. I was looking at it. I said, "That is so pretty." She said, "Take it home." And of course I did. That one's off of Amazon, and I think all the rest of them came from Hobby Lobby. I'm pretty, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not that flower one. That might have come from a different store. But this is my bee wall, and it just makes me happy. It's sitting right here, and from a chair. I got it off a Marketplace. I'm constantly shopping Marketplace. Then around my room, this is what I call my bird collection wall. Um, these three pictures right here, this one, and this one. I bought the prints from an antique store, and then I just put a plain, like a piece of construction paper behind them and framed them in just some, really cheap frames. The chirp and the peep I got from Tuesday morning, and the butterfly, and this is my happy place. It's Hobby Lobby. That beautiful wreath right there, I actually found in a thrift shop. It was something like $4.99, and I saw it and I thought that just called to me. I'm like happy. It just looks happy and like springy, and I just leave it up all year long. But flowers are one of the things I really, really love. Over here is a picture frame from my first road trip that I went on. I went to Vermont, Ohio, Indiana, Georgia, um, and Canada. So we went to see Niagara Falls, which is that picture there. This is from Cloud City in Georgia, sorry. That was in Canada. That's right over there by Niagara Falls. That picture right there is Indiana. I think that's Indiana also. This one, oh, I just love this picture. It was on Highway 80 in Georgia. I was going, and it's used to be an old cafe. It's just sitting there, but doesn't it look like a perfect person? That's Kittybunkport, Maine, right there. And that was my first beach. And I don't remember which Great Lake I was at, but it was so pretty. I had to stop because it amazed me how it looked like an ocean. But anyway, I have that frame right there because that reminds me of my first road trip. Then over here, and there's me. Over here is just a collection of pictures that I hung. I got that one right there, and it reminded me, because I'm an Airbnb host, that I meet a lot of strangers, and I really do feel like I get to know most of them. And so I found that, and it was just wood, and I painted it white so it would show up. And like I said, I am a sucker for flowers. And then I just have a picture right here. Get the glare off maybe. And these are pictures from Texas, Colorado, New Jersey, and I think Maine. The eagle's nest was from Maine right there. Oh, it's going to be all glary. This was the most beautiful city in New Jersey I've ever seen. And then that was a hike in Colorado, and I'm sorry about all the glare of the fan. This little thing right here I picked up at a garage sale, and I just love the little colored glass in it, so I hung it up in here. And this is from my mom. It's one of the things I wanted from her home when, after she passed away. She cross-stitched that a long, long time ago. And that's a treasure right there for me. And this wall is just a piece of metal that I picked up from Marketplace. I think it's maybe $15. And then there's another Hobby Lobby. So my rooms are pretty full. This bench right there was in the chapel where my husband and I got married, and it was 30 feet long. And when they started clearing out the pews from the chapel, and they said, if you would like to have a pew, you're welcome to come get one for a donation. And like I said, it was like 30 feet long, and it stayed in our garage. And you know what? It stayed in our garage till, after John, it was still there after John died. And some friends, very sweet friends, cut it down for me. And it's just the right size to keep right here. And once again, flowers and bees on my pillows. But that was one of the pews that was where I got married, in the chapel where we got married. And so that means a lot to me. I'm going to walk through the kitchen, and I'm going to take you to my dining room. I even have stuff in the window. Yep, bees. You see there? And there's my lovely cat, my dirty dishes. And this wall right here is just a hodgepodge. I know I'm not an artist, but I painted those pictures, and those flowers just make me happy. And then there's a lot of things on this shelf that just bring a lot of happy memories to me. One is this, I don't know what it's called. I know there's a name for that vase. And my mother-in-law gave that to me, and she'd gotten it from one of her neighbors. So it was passed down to her and given to her when she was little. And then she gave it to me. It's the only one I have. That little skunk, which reminds me of Pepe Le Pew, a friend, the same friend that gave me that bee picture off her wall. Virginia gave me that little skunk, and I just think it's the cutest. I love old things from like the 50s. That's probably 50s or 60s. And then I just have pictures from, sorry about the glare again, from my vacation trips. And This right here, I just collected some bottles from junk stores. These are old milk bottles, and they're really pretty neat. They have that's a Borden bottle, and this one is another Borden bottle. This one right here is got some sort of bell on it. And then this one, I actually bought milk out of this one. When I was on a trip, I thought, well, isn't that cool? There was milk in a glass bottle. So I bought that one and added it to my collection. When I go to junk stores, I tend to look for creamers. There's a little creamer or gravy boat or something and a creamer there. That platter was John's grandma's, and then I found the teapot. The lid was broken, so I got it really cheap because they didn't have a lid. So that belongs together. I just thought, I knew it matched. This right here, this blue picture actually belonged to my great grandma. It's called a salt pitcher. And I, for the life of me, when I first heard it, thought, what in the world is a salt pitcher? But then when I looked it up, it is actually the glaze. They put salt in the glaze. And it's really, really pretty. It means the world to me, not because it's just old, but because it belonged to my great grandma. I also, you'll have to forgive me because I still have Christmas ornaments in this bowl. This is some carnival glass, and it's a 3-legged bowl that was given to my great grandma as a wedding gift, and it means the world to me also. So I just have, this is just collections that make me happy. You can see over here, this is my coffee bar. And I usually have a lot of cups there. They're in the dishwasher. But I have coffee and tea. And it just comes in really useful for my guests and myself. Just some more flowers. And then this over here is an organ that belonged to my dad's mom, my grandma. And it's been passed down to me. And it doesn't work anymore, but I remember my great grandma on the other side playing it quite often when I was little. And so it's just a beautiful piece. It's a pump organ, and I keep it. And then over here is just a collection of plates. I tend to pick up plates when I'm at junk stores, and I stop at a lot of junk stores when I'm traveling. This one, this blue one right here on the bottom, and then this blue one right there on the bottom, I picked up on my last trip when I was in Michigan, somewhere along the road. I just thought it was really pretty. And most of the plates, as you can see, have flowers on them. And I just put them together as a collection. That one was from my mother-in-law in the middle. And I just found that in Maine, I think, at a junk store. Nope, not that one. The one in the middle, I got in at Long Island at a garage sale. So anyway, this is my living room and my kitchen. And then there's Sam, our bird. So I'm going to flip around so you can see me. So I thank you for joining me for the tour of my walls and things that I love in my house. And come back again and join me. And until then, Becky out. Bye-bye.